My cat seems unusually intelligent.
The cat blinked lazily at him.
Can you tell me whether she's one of your monsters?
Elias frowned immediately. He leaned closer, studied the cat carefully. Then suddenly he froze. My sister and I were born to ruin men. Whomever we looked at fell for us and lost their minds. When I was 10, the stable man tried to violate me.
You'll grind yourself into blood mud.
The words had barely left my lips when he jumped into a huge millstone. The donkey crushed him into a pool of blood. Later a witch hunter found me, binding me to a burning rack.
You'll burn yourself to ashes.
That very night, he poured oil on himself and set himself on fire, burned to a crisp. I was the monster that kills, but my sister was an angel that loves. And she made a lethal mistake. She loved a despicable man back. She looked at me with a gentle smile.
I'll be happy with him.
I let them go without telling Mother. Soon she was betrayed. That base man stole away my sister's power, married a princess, and later became the emperor. As an end of the affair, he blinded my sister and plunged a dagger into her chest. I said to my sister's grave, weeping,
That man will pay for your death.
The ungrateful emperor ordered the destruction of House Edivane.
By order of His Majesty, House Edevan is charged with harboring witches, corrupting the minds of men. Everyone in House Edevan are sentenced to death.
Overnight, all the women in our family had their eyes gouged out and were burned at the stake. I was remained unknown due to my plainness and escaped the death sentence. To avenge my sister, I decided to head to the capital, Silver City. So I disguised myself as a domestic slave and blended in with the crowd. The road north was worse than prison. Anyone who walked too slowly was whipped. Misfortune never comes alone. My former maid, Clara, was also in this convoy, and she recognized me at a mere glance.
Wait! She's not a servant! She's the third daughter of House Edivane! Lose Edivane!
Murmurs instantly spread through the prisoners and guards.
She's always been strange. I saw her enchant a stable boy once after he tried to violate her! She is a witch! Take her back to the capital and we'll be rewarded!
One of the guards laughed.
She doesn't look like much.
Another stared at my face.
Maybe that's why she survived.
The circle tightened, and then I noticed a man, several yards away, sat silently atop a black horse. A military cloak draped heavily over his frame, dusted with snow. Unlike the others, he was indifferent to me. So he's the commander.
If she really is a witch, let's see if she can enchant us.
Careful. You might fall in love before she even opens her mouth.
I slowly lifted my eyes toward the man on horseback. At that exact moment, he glanced over too. Our gazes met. His eyes were cold gray. I smiled at him.
Sir, they're frightening me.
The snow drifted quietly between us.
Drive them away.
The moment our eyes met, something warm and powerful poured into me. His fate, not the weak, flickering scraps I usually stole from ordinary men, but ancient as iron and blood. I almost recoiled, and in that single moment of distraction, he woke up. His gray eyes sharpened instantly. The connection between us snapped apart. Then chaos exploded. One of the guards lunged toward me first, leering.
She's mine!
The commander moved before the sentence finished. The attacking guard was thrown backward with a scream as the spear shaft cracked across his throat. The stranger stepped directly in front of me, one hand holding the spear loosely. Snow drifted quietly across his dark shoulders.
Anyone else?
No one moved. He swept his gaze over them lazily.
Take another step. And die.
Then, without asking permission, he grabbed my waist and lifted me onto his horse. His body heat pressed against my back as he climbed up behind me. I glanced behind me. Then chaos erupted across the convoy. A strip of black cloth appeared in the commander's hand. Before I could react, he tied it firmly across my eyes. So he wasn't enchanted by me?
You catch on fast.
You may look at people too much.
I remained blindfolded for the rest of the journey north. At first, I considered killing him, but the man was annoyingly careful. From scattered conversations around campfires, I eventually learned his name.
Phil.
3 days later, we stopped at a roadside and during a snowstorm. The moment we stepped inside, warm air hit my face. I heard the innkeeper hurry forward eagerly.
What can I get for you, sir? Food? Rooms? Ale?
But from his suggestive voice, I could tell that this inn offered something even more enticing, women. Phil ignored the innkeeper's implication and only ordered a bowl of stew and a loaf of bread. A second later, something scalding hit my mouth. I recoiled immediately.
Spoiled kid.
The next spoonful came slower this time. I took the chance to knock the suit's thing away with my head, causing the blindfold to fall down. By the time Phil realized what was happening, it was too late. I looked into his eyes and enchanted him.
You'll leave me alone, sir.
He remained still for a moment. I thought he was enchanted, so with a settled heart, a quiet splash followed. He dipped the stale bread into the broth I had left behind and ate it without hesitation. Phil swallowed calmly.
You think you've enchanted me?
I sighed helplessly.
What do you plan to do to me?
You may choose by yourself.
I nearly choked.
How kind.
You may stay here or go with me.
Of course I chose to stay.
Don't regret your choice then.
After the meal, he still didn't move. The inn had already begun emptying around us. Then I smelled perfume, not the delicate kind noblewomen wore.
Well now, pretty little thing, isn't she?
A heavily painted woman stood before me, smiling broadly. Greedy eyes. A brothel madam. She grabbed my chin roughly, turning my face side to side beneath the candlelight.
Good enough, worth 10 silver coins.
Then she tossed a small pouch toward Phil.
Pleasure doing business.
I turned slowly toward him.
You sold me?